For today's tutorial, we'll be working on color changes using a graph using the tapestry crochet method or technique. This is a graph that we'll be using, and you can take a screenshot or I'll try to attach it to the description, but if I cannot, I would advise that you take a screenshot so that you can practice on your own. So explaining this graph, depending on the charts that you have, you might not have it numbered like this. Like, do we have 10 and then 20? Some charts have it numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all up until the end, and then they also have it numbered by the side. So depending on the charts that you have is how you're going to work your pattern. But on a normal day, your charts, you should work your charts from right to left, from right to left, then from left to right, from right to left, then left to right, because you'll be turning your work as you're going. You'll be turning and turning back, so you have to work it right to left, left to right. This is theory. Let's get into the practical. So this will be my 1, my 2, my 3, my 4, my 5 till I get to the end, since I'm working from right to left. So let's get into it. So I already made my first 3 rows and I started the 4th one. I made 7 single crochets already, and I'm going 8 actually, and I'm going to make the 9th one now. I did not complete it. I put my working yarn at the back and then introduced my new yarn. So I'm going to yarn under, pull through, put that yarn that I'm not working on at the back, hold it in place, and then just crochet my 2 green stitches that I need to crochet according to the pattern. So 1 and 2. I'll also not complete this one because now we are supposed to change back to the red yarn. So I'm going to adjust it at the back to make sure that everything is in place, and then I will carry the red yarn from the back across to the other side. Yarn under and pull through, and just continue working like that till I get to the end of the row. I'm going to chain 1, turn my work, and continue. Make my single crochets. For the next row, I'm supposed to make 8 single crochets according to the pattern. I'm supposed to make 8 red single crochets before I now change to the green yarn. We're working from right to left, then left to right. Right to left, then left to right when we turn our work. So I just made my 8 single crochet and I'm not going to complete it. Now I'll drop my working yarn at the back. Also don't forget to always adjust your yarn, the part where you change the color, so that it doesn't affect it later on, so that your work is tight and the intention is okay. So now yarn under, pull through, and then I'll just continue working. I changed my colors and then continue working. So 2, then 3, then 4. So the trick with this is I'm going to drop my working yarn now and take the red from the other side again. So that's why this is called the floats, because your working yarn is floating at the back. The ones that you're using, the ones that you're not using, is floating at the back, so that it does not show inside your stitch or inside your work. Let me put it that way. So I'm going to yarn over, pull through, and then just continue working. So that's basically all that there is to the floats method, in that while you're working, you don't introduce any new yarn from that same color. You just keep taking from the one that you were using before, just as you can see when we did the one with the red, that we're taking the red from one side to the other side while it is floating at the back. And another very important thing to note is you also have to decide where you want the front and the back of your work to be. So you cannot drop the yarn at the back one time, drop it in front one time. So you just have to decide on which part you want the back of your work to be. So now I'm going to continue and make 7 red single crochets, and I'll just do the next couple of rows that have green in it, since I believe we get the hang of the color changes and how to float your yarn. Then I'll be back when I want to introduce the yellow yarn. Now we're on the row for the yellow yarn, and I already made 3 single crochets. I'm making the 4th one, and then I'll hold my red yarn in place, take the green yarn under, and then make 4 green single crochets according to the pattern. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. For the fourth one, I will not complete the stitch, and then I'm going to hold my yarn at the back and then introduce my yellow yarn. So I'm going to take the yarn under, pull through, leave the part of the yarn that I'm not using at the back, while I make the 4 single yellow crochets that I'm supposed to make according to the pattern. So now I'm done with the first yellow single crochets, and I have 4 green to make. So I'm going to drop my working yarn and take the green from that other side and then bring it towards where I am right now. Notice how I am pulling it a little bit just to make sure that the part where I changed the color, there's no bump there, so that it makes my work look neat and then my tension is all right. So I'm just going to yarn under, pull through, and then just continue crocheting as normal. So this is basically the trick when it comes to the floats method of tapestry crochet. So yeah, you notice how this is different from tapestry crochet in that we are not crocheting on top of the yarn that we're no longer using, or that we're not using for at that particular time. So yeah, that's basically the concept. I'm sure with this you should already be able to complete this pattern. This is the back of my work, and yeah, see you in my next video. Bye.